Hey yo, what's good with everybody, man? I hope everybody's having a productive day, feeling blessed. And like I always say, it's one life, one chance. We only got one chance to do this right. Let's get it done. With that being said, I'm fresh off of work, coming fresh with a new video. You already know I said I was gonna go hard in the paint this month for my birthday. And after that, I'll simmer down a little bit. I'll tone it down a little bit. I got you guys, but I will say this: I think Ryan Garcia threw that fight. I think there's something way hidden behind the scenes that we don't know about. Cause I watched every angle on that punch to the kidney, and there's like two angles where it looked like he just grazed the rib, and then 10 seconds later he just goes down on one knee. Hey, but that's my honest opinion. Everybody else denounced him all over Instagram, especially I seen a bunch of Southside rappers were like, man, forget this fool, forget that fool. Canelo's the face of Mexico and Mexicanos when it comes to boxing. My opinion, just thought I'd share it with y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think, because I seen the fight. So, that being said, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, always leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections. Check the links in the description at all times. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon wishlist. Thank you guys. I want to talk about this jack move I did one time, man. And then I had mentioned in prior in a couple videos ago. So I'm gonna break it down to you. I just can't really pinpoint who and what and why, so on and so forth, and who sent me to do it. But I'm gonna give you the gist of it. All right. So it's one morning. I had been up the night last night. There was another a play I was trying to hit, but it just wasn't working out. But that's a story for another time and how I hit that one, because it took me like a week and a half to do that one. Man, it was getting annoying. And we usually me and my Codys, they're both subscribers, not the one that got me busted. We usually thought everything through. We figured it all out. We planned it out like down to the last detail. And most of the time they went according to plan, except a few cases. But I'll share those with you another time. I like to talk about my past, with things that I've done. So, anyways, it's a morning, and I remember having on, and I'm a Raider fan. Just so y'all know, I'm a Raider fan. But I had a San Francisco jacket on that day, and it was all white and red, and it was just a tight jacket. And I was like, man, I ain't forget the team. I just want the jacket's tight. Put it on. I went with my ex-wife at the time. She also got accused in my case for being a driver. Driving around one day, and she, I never let her be a part of nothing. I always had to go into a different room. I didn't talk to her about nothing, mob type stuff. Don't tell her nothing, like Ice Cube said. If you ever tell a girl your business, she could become your eyewitness. That's facts. So we mobbing. We're in Porterville, and we go to we're on Olive Street. I'm just looking around. I'm like, man, I need to hit something, man. Somebody's asking for their 33, and plus, I could use a couple extra dollars, man. I had been buying a lot of stuff, a lot of equipment, should I say, a lot of them. And then I was using them and then giving them to the homies from VCP, and then I would never get them back because these guys would be missing or on tweaked out missions. So I was like, whatever. So we're driving around. I'm scoping out scenes. I'll catch a couple liquor stores, and then I'll try to look for like back alleys or ways I can get away, or how close is it to a different neighborhood, and just in case I need to run, so on and so forth. That's how I usually plan things out. Well, I find this one. It was the Olive Street Market. I don't think it's there no more. At least that's what somebody told me. So I'm driving, and I like it. I like where it's at, man. Just on the side of it, it's a bunch of dead end, dirt roads and a couple little houses I can maneuver through and make it back to Central and where I was staying at, and drop the car off, hide it in the garage, throw the tape over it, go inside, change the clothes, bounce out, and have a little knot in my pocket. So we're driving, and then I had left the Yeekies at home, man. I left the Glizzies at home because I was tweaked out, so I figured if we get pulled over, I don't have nothing on me. They'll just probably get me for being under the influence. So we pull over to the side, and I'm like, bro, I think this is the one, man. We could hit this one for sure. And my driver, she was like, well, just do it right now. I was like, for real? And my co-defendant's in the back. And he's like, yeah, we can hit it. Let's hit it. He had one, but he had like this small little Deuce 5 brownie, bro. I don't even know why he had that in the first place. I really were better off just using a cap gun with the orange tips, bro, and because they made louder noise. I could have just went in there like that or whatever. So he's like, come on, let's do it. And I was like, bro, I ain't got nothing on me, bro. How am I supposed to go in there with nothing on me? And he was like, bro, let's do it. And as soon as my driver was like, you ain't down. You ain't down to do it without no strap. I was like, all right, now I feel challenged. Now I feel played. Now I feel like everybody looks at me like a scum. Like I'm just like a coward. All right, so I put myself up. I said, okay. Open up the glove department. Threw a mask on. Threw my gloves on. I'm like, all right. You ready, fool? And then he looks back to see if any cars are coming so we can walk across the street. And we see an ambulance right there. He's like, hey, bro, there's an ambulance right here, bro. I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, there's an ambulance right there, fool. I was like, so what? We're not going to the hospital, bro. Who cares? He goes, nah, bro, they got police scanners, bro. They'll probably, if they see us go in, they'll alert them. I'm like, what? So what, bro? Man, we got enough time, bro. So I got out the car and then I didn't see him. I left the door open. I moved the front seat so he can get out, but I didn't see him following me. That's the thing. I'm approaching the scene. Heart's racing. It's hot for some reason. I've been tweaked out. I'm sweaty. I've been up all night. Adrenaline's pumping. My blood's rushing. And I'm sweating and I'm hot. And I had the mask on. So I walk into the store and I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And right now I'm just pretty much winging it. Whatever happens, happens. Bad decision to ever do. But still, glad nothing happened. So I turned left. Homegirl was doing something behind the counter by the where they sell the hot foods. She didn't even see me. She didn't even see me. So I just ducked like, oh, she didn't see me. She didn't see me. Okay. So now I'm just going around. It's like this. You go in the store, you turn, you get around it back here. She's back here. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, cool. I get by the food section and I realize that it's see-through glass. So she's going to see me just creeping, like a caterpillar. You know what I mean? It's like a bug on a rug. So I'm like, she don't see me. I'm going to make it. Turn left again. I was like, bro, I'm behind the counter now. She's going to see me. So I just get up and I run towards her. And then she sees me and she's like, and then I just like, get on the ground. Bam, put her on the counter. She didn't pull for nothing. She didn't reach for nothing. So she's freaking out. And when she started freaking out is when I started freaking out. Because I was like, I don't want her to freak out. But her freaking out is making me freak out. And I don't want to panic in a situation like this. But I noticed she's defenseless. She's not doing nothing. So I grabbed both of her hands and I just held them. I was like, open the register. So she opens up the register. Cool. Bling. I was like, all right. I start looking around for safes. Because a couple of licks that I hit, the safes are right underneath the register. I don't know why. And we managed to get those too. So I'm looking around. I'm making sure she don't reach nothing. And I tell her to put her hands on the glass where they sell all the food. So she don't move. She's freaking out. So I open up the register. I'm cleaning it out. Then I lift it up. Oh, man, they got a couple of hundos, a lot of 20s right there, some extras. I'm like, oh, hit the lick. Putting it all together. And then I stop and I was like, hey, where's my co-defendant at? Why am I in here by myself? And I'm looking around like, man, is he in the aisle? Because the last lick we hit, my co-defendants all went in the aisles and started stealing like bags of chips and sodas and foods and stuff like that. It was annoying, but they did that. So I had to wait a little while. So I started thinking, I was like, man, he's in the aisle taking something else that I don't know about. I don't see him. I look back and there's a little TV right here and it's a camera outside. By the time I realized that the camera was there, I don't see my co-defendant, but I see a white little Ford pickup truck pulls up. Just some regular old, happy-go-lucky guy ready to go to work. He had on his Oakleys that looked all like metallic, to block the sun. He had a little Oakley's hat on, and he walks in. He's like, "Hey," so I look back at the camera, and I see that he left his truck. He didn't even get back in his truck. He just started running. I see him cross the street. I'm like, oh, then it's time to go. And then my co-defendant runs in. He was like, everybody put your hands up. And he's pointing it right at me. I was like, hey, fool, what the hell? And he was like, oh, fool, let's go. And he bounces. So I'm like, oh, well, hop over the counter. And I kind of run towards the entrance, but then I remember the ambulance. I was like, I don't want to make it obvious. I put the money in my jacket. I get out there and I feel the wind blowing my eye socket in my nose. And I'm like, oh, the wind feels fresh. And I took it off. As soon as I took it off, I don't know how. Maybe this was God's way of saying, oh, you're effing up, bro. Here, see if you can get away with this one. And just flick the money out of my pocket. So now I got a bunch of 5s and 10s and 20s flying everywhere with the wind. And I'm trying to chase it with my mask off. Right in front of the camera. I'm like, oh. So I remember picking everything up. And I'm not thinking. I haven't been asleep for a few days. I look right at the camera, go, oh, and now I'm just running. Hop in the car, we get away, we hit all the lefts and all the rights, and we get into the middle of Central, we get to where we need to go, get there, me and my co-defendant start splitting the money, and I'm just sitting there just sad, like, man. And my co-defendant doesn't realize it because he had made it to the car while I was out there chasing $20 bills in the wind. And he was like, what's up, fool? We came up, but we each got like, 800-900 each. We're good. I'm like, bro, I took my mask off. He was like, what do you mean? Inside? I was like, no, outside. He goes, oh, you're good, bro, you're good. I was like, bro, I look dead in the camera, bro. And then he just was like, driver was like, I'm like, man, this sucks. Mind you, I had been getting away with this for quite some time, like almost 6-7 months. I didn't get busted till like a month and a half later. I'm just sitting there like, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I go about my day. Buy me a fat sack. Go nuts. I'm looking at it like, one life to live, homie, YOLO. I'm done. Might as well party it up and sleep as much as women as I can and kick it with the homies from VCP. Go to my hood, kick with my homies from my hood because I'm going to be gone after this. Pretty much how it worked out. I remember getting a phone call, and it's my mom. I'm like, man, what's up? What did you do? Oh my God, you pinche pendejo, eres cabrón, hijo tu perra, bomba madre. All that crazy crap. And I'm like, what? What are you tripping off of? And she was like, I just seen your face on the news, stupid. Ooh, you went back at it again. You're doing that stuff again. I was like, man, get the hell out. I ain't on no damn news. So I try to calm her down. I go to her house. My aunt's right there too. And they're both in tears. Like, bro, we seen your face come out on Crime Stoppers. They're showing your face that you're wanted for questioning. I'm like, nah. No way. And my mom did. And they cried like crazy. But when I got the paperwork, the discovery, it's blurry. You can't really see it. There's a picture of me, and then there's a picture with all the stock that I had, but they're all blurry. And it said that my name was my old nickname, not Manitas, not J Hands that you guys know. It was my old nickname. It has me identified as that. It pointed out the TC that I had on my face. It pointed out the 4 dots. I was just looking like a little 18-year-old kid, all thugged out with a gray sweater, with a red T-shirt and stuff like that. And I was like, all smiling in my mugshot. And yeah, sure enough, that's how they identified me. They recognized the TC that I had on my face at the time, and it all came crashing down after that. That's when they started looking at from what they said, the pattern of criminal activity, how I dress and what I dressed, and I guess I used the same pair of Jordans like in 3 of them. And it happened to be the pair of Jordans that I got busted with the morning of, which was the all cocaine white Jordans. There were I think there were 4s. And that's how pretty much they busted me, because I messed up and took my mask off when I shouldn't have, and like a dummy without thinking, didn't remember the camera, and I looked dead in the camera. I was like, so once I was on the run and I started moving around, I was just telling myself like, bro, how could you be so stupid and just take the mask off? Like, the car was not even 10 feet away. You could have gotten in the car and went like this and gasped for air. But instead, you felt the cold wind and said, you know what? It's cold outside. I might as well let me get some of this fresh wind. Dead in front of a camera. But I think that was karma knocking at my door. So let me know what y'all think about that, man. Did I deserve to get caught? Because I think I did, like a dummy. So wanted to share with you with one of my stories that I got convicted of. I'm gonna share the rest of them in due time. So with that being said, I hope I made you guys this morning with this story. One life, one chance. We only got one chance to do this right. Let's get it done. Peace.